Capcom's version of Spider-Man from their Marvel vs. Capcom series is actually a pretty great rendition of the character. And in this video, we're going to tell you all about him. It all starts with Spider-Man being a protector of New Metro City, directly serving under Capcom character Mike Hager, who's also become the mayor at this point. Now, Hager mysteriously disappears, and it's what kicks off Spidey's tale in this particular rendition of the classic Marvel character. Because, shortly after that, Iron Man drafts the web slinger to serve as backup for the archetypal zombie-killing hunky boy of Capcom, Chris Redfield, to get into a criminal organization called AIMbrella, which is a fusion between classic Marvel villain group AIM and the Resident Evil franchise's Umbrella Corporation. Now, Spidey and Chris are tasked with stealing one of the Infinity Stones, the Mind Stone, from AIMbrella leader MODOK. Once they successfully infiltrate the group, they then meet with Dead Rising's main character, Frank West, and together they uncover what AIMbrella has been doing all along, kidnapping innocent people, Mike Hager included, and infusing them with symbiotes to create a superpowered army. Frank, Chris, and Spider-Man then ultimately rescue Mike, but not before they get into a right old-fashioned tussle when the new Metro City mayor mistakes the three as agents of AIMbrella. In any case, everything worked out. Well, that is until Spider-Man Island, his new Capcom crew, started digging further into the organization to find out that AIMbrella is working with the Darkstalkers Jada Doma to open the Dark Kingdom, an alternate dimension populated by demons. Still, their entire mission ends up as a relative success when Spidey manages to get his hands on the Mind Stone from MODOK. There's a catch, though, in the ensuing chaos that happened between meeting Jada Doma and stealing the Mind Stone. The wall crawler and his pals ultimately fail to stop the portal to the Dark Kingdom from opening and unleashing a symbiote-infused demon to the world. While escaping, however, things get worse when Chris inadvertently infects Spider-Man with one of AIMbrella's symbiotes, which turns the wall crawler's costume into that distinct black suit. Even worse, the symbiote-infused Spider-Man suit manages to take control of Pete's mind, so he ends up duking it out with his allies. But, hey, Frank knows how to deliver in the clutch, as he's the one who's able to subdue the symbiote-controlled web-slinger by bombarding him with loud sounds from car alarms. Shortly afterwards, Chris and Spidey arrive at Avengers Tower with the Mind Stone in tow. Jada Doma tries to take back the Infinity Stone from them, and we get a climactic, action-packed bout, as Doma and his symbiote demon throw down with a Marvel Capcom alliance made up of fan favorites like Hulk, Iron Man, Morrigan, and Dante. Now, while all this is happening, there's a threat called the Sigma virus looming in the background. And by the time the heroes, Spider-Man included, finish their duel with Doma and his demon, the Sigma virus had already spread. At this point, we also get introduced to the fact that the main baddie in this story is none other than Marvel's Ultron, or, more specifically, Ultron Sigma, a roided-out version of the classic supervillain when it fused with classic Mega Man X enemy Sigma. After this, the Marvel Capcom Alliance, led by Iron Man, uses Sigma's lab to craft a weapon called the Infinity Buster in order to defeat the robotic supervillain for good. We next see Spider-Man when he and Morrigan team up to save a Sigma virus-controlled Thor. Well, things don't go exactly as planned, because in the middle of this rescue mission, Ultron Sigma transforms into his evolved form called Ultron Omega. It takes the combined efforts of all of Marvel and Capcom's heroes to take the supervillain down. And when all is said and done, Spider-Man and the rest of his team manage to defeat Ultron Omega and free Thor from the supervillain's grip. Hell, they even manage to get hold of all the Infinity Stones while they're at it, and the team decides to split them up to avoid them from falling into the wrong hands. In the end, Spider-Man is present when Captain America tells everyone that they're going to rebuild the cities that Ultron ravaged, and the wall crawler even finds a potential new buddy in Street Fighter's Ryu. There are about 6 installments of the MVC series as of this video, and it's been going on since the 90s. All you should know about the first few games is that Spidey keeps taking pictures, and we mean a lot of them, whenever you play him as a character or finish his story mode. And as for his origin, well, it's pretty much the same as the one you'd find in the comics. With great power comes great responsibility and all that. But the real fun begins in the latest installment of this video game series, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And it's here that we get a more fleshed out story arc for the friendly neighborhood wall crawler. What do you guys think of this particular reinterpretation of Spider-Man? Of course, it goes without saying that there are a lot of Marvel stories out there that trump this one, but we'd love to know your thoughts about which Marvel stories pale in comparison to this one. What do you think about the MVC titles in general? And we'd love to find out which Capcom characters are your favorite while you're at it. We personally are nuts for the remakes, and we can only hope that Capcom does a full-blown remake, or at least a remaster, of the Darkstalkers games. So, sound off in the comments below. As always, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be the first to catch the fun and amazing videos we're cooking up for you. We'll catch you soon, only here at KRTV Marvel.